Let's hope by tech it stays this time. Shows full battery, so I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that. See my ugly face. Rail car load, nasty trailer and truck. West Virginia uses gravel, sand, or whatever, and you get the brown ice, and it just makes for just a nasty time. And I get the salt, Pennsylvania and Ohio. So when you come up to something like this, they had a light up there, it had 2 bolts, and you plug in and take that out, because that put it, height, width, everything was 10.6. It's written right on there, and there's your weight. And they folded the mirrors in, and they did a good job of getting everything lined up. So that was cool. The weight was fine, and these were 4 pallets of 5-gallon buckets. There's a pallet, dummy pallet on top of each one. Press them down so it makes it nice and square, and it keeps it stable. So I wanted the weight up front in my drive. I'm telling you folks, it's 0, and then wind chill you're looking at well below 0. I don't know how much, but we were doing loading this just before a whiteout. We got this on, then it hit, and then I had to reposition where I could get some help with this. Just tarping, because it was an ice block. I'll show you why. You can see everything was just solid ice. All the dry water and everything come over here and lays right on the tarps and turns it into a complete ice block. It's like this over the whole thing. Some of it's melted off, some stuff come down. It's 28 degrees right now. So we couldn't even secure the tarp. We couldn't even put it down in between. So this is an emergency thing, and other people do it all the time regardless. Putting a 4x4 down, mashing it down with 4-inch strap. Perfect. It hasn't moved a bit. And I added a couple extra bungees because in the temperatures I was in, stuff just stretches. So let's look at the chains. Very wild, but I pulled it and dropped it down in here so I could have enough room to go across with a single chain. I mean, it's tight as a drum, but there's my chain bind, loose chain again. And then I did a cross in the front, and you can see that's good and tight there, but I needed to stabilize that. I had to come up, down, and up through for this situation, and focus on that a little bit, down and up through. Just barely with the thickness of the metal, this found a spot where it would catch. And that's about as good a grab as you're going to get. But it keeps it squared away. And I went up through the chain on this one, I didn't mess in the hoses. You got to watch for stuff like this. And they use these old spike plates. And everything works out really well with these because it dispenses the weight and keeps that steel ring punching through this aluminum. And it will do it. So 4x4s, they're not as stable as that low steel. 4x4s could roll. If there's any flex in the trailer, I don't trust it. It's just me. This one looks like it's been loosening up ever since I started. Okay, that one took a little bit. Probably on the same side. No, there was a lockout. They said just to leave it because it was frozen. They couldn't even close it, so I'll close it after a bit when it warms up. X-bash in the back. This is what everything looked like. The whole truck, there it is, pretty much about as thick as it was. I had to scrape a lot of that off to get a stable platform for the, for the ding darn plates. So this is doing pretty good. It's got a little bit of a slack to it. Everything is so frozen. So nasty. Trying to keep my lights clean so that people can see me. And when I was in West Virginia, I had to go along and scrape the side rail so this reflective tape could be seen and just knock the ice off. Because I got to be able to, they got to be able to see me. Low visibility situations, I have to get it to where you guys can not get hit in the face with it. Put the ratchet. There we go. This is probably got a little loose. Yep. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about it. Just kind of a quickie, but I wanted to show you the piece of equipment and the grabs. So you can see I had to kind of slide everything through, and there was no way, you know, I got up through here, and I couldn't do two because there was not enough length. Yeah, this one's tight as a drum. This one's pretty darn good too. Luckily, while I was walking back and forth, I had a place to step. This is all frozen, you know. It was high winds, sub-zero, and I'll take a shot of the truck. And I'm not embarrassed. I mean, it's a worker truck. I was in some pretty nasty weather. It wasn't nice at all. You can see it. Some of it is left over. And I tried to scrape some of it and get it off of the landing gear and other places, but I didn't want to do any damages to it. So I just left it. It's going to fall off a little at a time the further south we go. And it's just crazy. You can imagine when you get all that stuff, that brown ice reaching all the way down. It was in icicles all the way down the side of the truck, and this was all brown stuff. You can see it's an interesting load. Pretty centered. We kept most of the weight forward. Everything is in scale is just in front of the trailer axle. I got to go through a scale just up here. I've already passed through several. If they looked and counted the amount of chain binders I have and the amount of weight that I can hold with that, I'm well over double load weight. So I figure, you know, or at least double. It's like, I'm guessing 26,000 total. 17 and plus some fluids, plus 6, 4 times 1,500, you know, so you add 2,000 or 3,000 pounds for some freaking fluids and whatever. Good to go. Yeah, it's pretty silly. I got to get the salt off the truck. It's nasty, but yeah. Rock built and ice road. It was pretty nasty. Even with just washing the windshield and stuff, but you get so much dirty water in with the squeegee and everything, you do the best you can. I carry lots of soap and squeegees too, but you know, and with the squirter from the windshield, you do all you can do, just so you can see to go down the road. But that's it. I wanted you guys to see this one. I had to start the video twice because the first one, for some reason, it just quit doing it. I don't know what the heck's up with that. I'll have to check it out. I got plenty of battery. So, if there's any questions, give me a holler. You know, but this is one of those kind of loads at every stop. You check your chains. That's why I pulled down here from fueling to shoot a video, check my chains, check my bungees, do all my stuff, just like normal. I don't want to take up room on the fuel island doing all that crap. If I do a quickie chain check at a fuel island, it's pretty fast. I'll just run around and give them a snug, because that's what happens. You know, sometimes that they loosen up just by a half turn or something, and it happens. As the chains settle, because you're going around a square piece or whatever, it's not a ring, you know, stuff from bouncing, it happens. But this is making it just fine. There's a crew shut down right now, and I have to get the hell out of here and get there by noon tomorrow. There's a railroad crew that is shut down, waiting on me. So this is jobs right here. This is jobs. And we'll see you on the road.